perspective, which is the other one, moral or the social order perspective. Okay. So we are going to have the definition from the social order perspective itself. Okay. In the philosophical perspective, it is more like, if you want to define ethics, it's the search for the truth about what is right and what is wrong. But we don't want that definition. Okay. So we'll go with the definition, which is a social order or the moral order. Ethics is that social system which delineates moral values and norms for the members of the society, and makes an effort so that the system conducts itself in accordance to those values and norms. ये है आपका proper definition, right? This is a proper definition. Two things that become very, very important in that definition is the values and norms, underline that, and conduct. Okay, right. So basically, ethics is a social system which gives all those values and norms according to which a society has to conduct itself, right? So it's like a framework that is given in which there will be some values, there will be some norms. Accordingly, if you go, then we say the society is ethical or a person is ethical. Done. Next, ethics versus morality. Ethics versus morality. Make sure you are making the notes properly. You will not get the printed material for this, right? You make the notes, study only the notes, and then practice writing answers. Okay. I'll make an effort to give at least 2 answers per chapter, right? 2 answers per chapter. Either will, if the time permits, we'll have it in the class, or I'll share it, the model answer. 2 questions every chapter, right? Ethics versus morality. A simple way of understanding this is, see, what is right according to me and what is wrong according to me would be morality. We call it as individual morality. Okay? Individual morality. Now, what a society thinks as right and wrong, right? Then it would be called as societal morality. Got it? We call it as what? Societal morality. According to the society, what is right, what is wrong. We can also call it as conventional morality. It is also called as conventional morality. Across societies, if there is some consensus that these things are right, these things are wrong, according to the societies as a whole, then we call it as universal morality. Getting my point? A individual morality है, A societal morality है, ये universal morality. Getting it? This is what qualifies as ethics. This is what qualifies as ethics. If you say, what is this, sir? Then we should say it is societal ethics. इसको हम individual ethics बोलते हैं. Right? This is ethics. If you say just ethics, we are talking about universal morality. Getting my point? Clear? If we are saying universal morality, then we are speaking about ethics. If we mention societal ethics, we are talking about the middle one. Only according to that society, it is ethics. Clear? Now, you need not have a lot of confusion between ethics and morality. Only if the question is asked, then you have to get worried about it. Question is asked about ethics and morality in the same question, then you should get worried. Otherwise, you can use them rather interchangeably. Ethics, morality, interchangeably you can use, not an issue at all. Okay? Now we will look at the difference, ethics, morality. इससे idea मिल गया आपको? You got an idea, na? Right? Sir, then if somebody is talking about morality, then what are they talking about? They are actually talking about this, individual morality, right? Now we will see the difference, ethics and morality. Basically, I am saying this one and this one. In दोनों के बीच में, what is the difference? Ethics comes from the Greek word ethos, which means custom, which means custom. Morality comes from a Latin word mores, M-O-R-E-S, which again means custom. वो भी customs ही है. Have you ever heard of this phrase which is professional morality? सुना है? Right? Professional morality सुना है? Professional ethics सुने हो? You have not heard of professional morality. Getting my point? Professional morality नहीं है. Professional ethics hai, right? Similarly, have you ever heard of, code of morals? No, it is code of ethics. So why don't they, though it is used interchangeably, we have not heard of these phrases. Interchangeably हम use करते हैं, morality और ethics को we use interchangeably, but we are very particular about when it comes to the code. We say code of ethics and professional ethics. It means something has, one of these words has a broader meaning. Which one has a broader meaning? Ethics is a broader term. That is why we have the code of ethics and professional ethics. It is a broader word. This one, it is narrow in its meaning. Okay. Out of these two, which is more objective? Which is more objective? Ethics is more objective in the sense, a code of ethics hota hai, right? In code of ethics, it is clearly mentioned, these are the things you are supposed to follow. These are the values you are supposed to adhere to. A code of ethics mein likha hai. It is very clear, these are the values, right? This is what ethics. Now, if you have morality, as a person, right? Is it the same for every individual or does it change from person to person? So 10 people working in an office, do they have the same code of ethics? Yes. Do they have the same morality? No. Which is more subjective? Morality is more subjective. So ethics is, you can write relatively objective. What is relatively objective? Compared to morality, it is more objective. If I say directly objective, it is objective. इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? It is quite concrete, right? It is quite concrete. वो हो जाएगा. So this is relatively subjective. Done. Who is the deciding factor for right and wrong? Society, right? So society decides right and wrong. Society decides right and wrong, and basically that is the one which has decided what is ethics. Yes. Who decides here? So basically, can we say it is an external element? It is something which is external. Externally, somebody is deciding what is right and wrong. Accordingly, everybody is going. Right? Is it inside the individual? No. It is coming from outside. What about this one? Internal. It is the individual himself. So it is having an internal element. People follow ethics as a result of external pressure. External pressure. There is an external pressure. That is why ethics is followed. External pressure. बाहर से pressure है. What about morality? Why do you follow some morals? Internal motivations. Internal pressure नहीं होता, internal motivations. Right? So internal motivation to follow morality. Ethics is for professional life and societal life. The ambit is what? Professional life and societal life. Ethics ka. The ambit of morality is personal life. Okay. This is like the difference, the fine differences. Now, the relationship between ethics and morality is more like sometimes ethics and morality go together. Sometimes they do not go together. Okay. So can we, we'll take some examples for this. Ethics and morality. A person is a law-abiding citizen, right? And also, he likes to follow the law. At the same time, law also prescribes that you are supposed to do these things. If both the things match, then there is what? Ethics as well as morality. Dono hai. As an individual, you feel like I should follow. Ethics also prescribes the same, or the law also prescribes the same. तो क्या हुआ? Ethics भी है, morality भी है. Right? On the other hand, so if you take another example, going to office on time. Office requires you to be sincere, punctual. You like to go to the office sincerely as a person. So ethics demanded you have the morality. So dono match hua. On the other hand, ethics and morality if they are not going together, how will it be? So for this, ethics, morality. Ethics is present, morality is absent. How is this? You go to the office. You go to the office on time. But you go there and just sit there, not work. तो क्या है इसमें? Ethics है, morality नहीं है. You are not sincere from within. इसका मतलब morality नहीं है. Is there a case where ethics is absent, morality is present? Is there a case like this? Ethics is absent, लेकिन morality present है. हाँ, देखो. So ethics, morality. Generally, इसका problem कब होगा? Generally, when the society is saying these are the right things and these are the wrong things. जैसे कि सती system. You had sati system, right? Thus, according to society, following sati was ethics. Yes or no? वो societal ethics था. Now there were some people who opposed it. What is that? Morality. So there was no ethics, but morality was present. है कि नहीं? So ये क्या हुआ? Ethics, morality, when they are present, when they are not present. Next. Sometimes there is a clash between ethics and morality, right? Say, for example, you become a police officer, right? And you are about to nab a criminal. ठीक है? You're about to nab a criminal. He's a rapist, let's say. So this person is about to, escape. Escape wala situation hai. You have a choice. You have a choice that you can call the next police station, right? Nearby police station. They will be able to, there is a chance that they can nab. At the same time, you also have what? A gun in your hand and encounter. दोनों option है आपके पास, right? A person who is ethical क्या होता है? अभी ethical क्या होता है? Ethics says that call that person, right? Call that next police station. Or ethics also says that do not let him go, right? On the other hand, your morality becomes the matter here. I am not a person who kills. If that is the case, you let him go. On the other hand, if you decide कि वो सब छोड़ो, right? मेरा morality, if my morality says, it's fine to kill an individual who is like this, then you'll kill him. A clash of ethics and morality. Many times, ethics prescribes something and our morality might be something else. It happens in defense lawyer cases, right? जो defense lawyers होता है, for them, it is a big issue. Defense lawyer का काम क्या है? Whosoever is the accused, they have to argue in favor of the accused, right? And if the accused is a murderer, he has done some 10 murders. फिर भी he has to play the defense lawyer, right? From inside, he feels like this person is very bad person. Individual morality है. But professional ethics क्या बोलता है? You are a defense lawyer, defend him. Understood? This is the clash of ethics and morality. Professional ethics prescribes defend him. But as an individual, his morality is saying don't do it. This is the clash. Right? Now, tell me, who wins in the end? Ethics or morality? Ethics wins. Professional ethics always comes first, na? Right? इसीलिए जो भी सिविल सर्विसेज में जाता है, right? They are learning ethics, not morality. Right? So it is ethics, professional ethics जो है, that becomes more important rather than the morality. Why? Because morality is more subjective. According to you, many things may be right, many things may be wrong. जैसे कि there is a law that has been passed. What is the work of a civil servant? You are an executive, right? Implement करना है आपको, right? तो अकॉर्डिंग टू एथिक्स, प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स, ये बोलता है लॉ जो है यू जस्ट एक्सिक्यूट, वो आपका काम है. ऑन द अदर हैंड, इफ यू गो देयर एंड यू हैव योर ओन आइडिया ऑफ राइट एंड रॉन्ग, लॉ आया है, लाइक ये लॉ सही नहीं है, ये लॉ सही नहीं है, आई विल नॉट इंप्लीमेंट, ये दिक्कत हो जाएगा ना. द जॉब यू आर चोजन फॉर is something which requires you to just execute the decisions that are given by what? The legislature. Right? Higher executive जो भी decisions pass किया है, आपको execute करना है. Right? Fine. Next. लिख लो clash of ethics. Clash of ethics and morality. Example लिख लो defense lawyer का. Encounter of a rapist, and in this case encounter of a rapist, उसमें what if the rapist is highly influential, pressure है, and higher authorities have given an order not to encounter, लेकिन आपको लग रहा है encounter करना है, right? That is a clash, no? Higher authorities have said don't do anything, मतलब don't encounter, right? Now he is about to escape. What will you do? Individual morality क्या बोल रहा है? Encounter, right? Ethics, morality. Next. What is not ethics? What is not ethics? Basically, what is not the equivalent of ethics? Many times we equate ethics with many other things. What do we equate ethics generally to? We generally equate ethics to religion. We equate ethics to law. Whatever is in the law, that is ethics. That's how we equate. We equate ethics to customs or the cultural norms. We generally equate ethics to these three things, but ethics is not equivalent to this. Ethics is more than this. Ethics is much, much broader than these three things. So, we'll start with religion, discussion on religion. What do we see in this aspect? Religion, what is the meaning of religion? This is what we'll learn first. In Indian philosophy, there is a concept called dharma. We'll look at that, the concept of dharma, which is not religion. Here, in Indian philosophy, the word dharma is used not as religion, but as this we are going to look into. The relationship between ethics and religion. How is the relationship? This we are going to look into. That is the third thing we are going to look into. And finally, what is religious morality? And what is secular morality? Religious morality and secular morality. So when we touch upon religion, we are supposed to look into these many aspects. Next. If we equate religion to ethics, there is a problem. What is the problem? It means that people who do not follow any religion are all unethical. It becomes problematic. Yes or no? Can you say that? Can you say that people who do not follow any religion, basically an atheist? So basically, a person who does not believe in God is an atheist. Now, because he is not following any God, he will not follow any religion. Right? By that measure, any person who is an atheist will be unethical. Is it right? वो गलत है. गलत है ना? See, if you don't follow a religion, you cannot call that person unethical. Right? So it is a broader meaning. It has a broader meaning. Ethics has a broader meaning. Fine. Meaning of religion first. Re plus Ligair is your religion. Okay. Re plus Ligair. मतलब क्या है? Re means again. Ligair means come together or join again. That is the meaning. Re-Ligair means come together again. Okay. So who is coming together anyways? Who is coming together? Huh? God and soul. God and soul. God and people. Ah, very good. So it is the coming together of Atma and Parama Atma. That is what it is. Right? Every religion at the end is about this itself. Every other religion. Which one? This one, Latin. They don't believe in? No. See, what we are talking about is the word is from here. Yes. So what we are saying is re plus Ligair means coming together. That's all. They have picked the word from there. Whether they believe in it or not, that doesn't matter. Right? They have picked the word from there. Now, Atma and Paramatma. You look at any religion, the story is from here itself. क्या होता है? A person is born here, right? He makes all the efforts to go and rejoin the Paramatma. It is the same thing in every religion, right? Now, there is a difference, however, a small difference. Hindus mein, right? Hindus mein, your Atma cannot be destroyed. Atma cannot be destroyed. Whereas in the other major three religions, which are the major other three religions? Christianity, Islam, Judaism, right? In the other three major religions, the Atma, the soul can be destroyed, right? Whereas in Hinduism, soul cannot be destroyed. At the end of the day, right, it will rejoin the Paramatma. right? Soul will rejoin the, ultimate power, ultimate Atma. So what is this? The difference is where? The difference is in the destruction of Atma or not, right? Now, every story, every religion has a story like this itself. Adam and Eve, yahan pe koi aur hoga, right? So if we take the story of Adam and Eve were there in the heaven with the gods. Wahan pe they did some mischief, so they were thrown out of the heaven. Now they have to come here on earth. Now they have to, it's like a punishment they are having, right? Now they have to make the efforts, lead a good life so that they can go back. Yeah, same thing in all religions. It's pretty much similar. Now, if this is the case, why do we have so many religions today? Right? Why do we have so many religions? Why do we have so many religions? Geographical factors. Any other reason? Different philosophies. Anything else? It's easy to start a new religion. Anything else? Anything else? At the end of the day, it's about the geographical factors, historical factors, and the way of life. Right? The way of life has led to so many religions. Right? However, the root of three major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, is the same. Hinduism thoda sa different. Yes or no? So, historical, geographical, and cultural factors. These are the ones which have, created religions. Okay. Fine. In Hinduism, God, the idea of God is that he is a punisher. If you do mistake, you'll get punished, right? In other three religions, the God has the ability to destroy, right? In Hinduism, the God has the ability to destroy, create, and maintain, right? In the other religions, it is mostly he is a destroyer. Yes, that is why he has the ability to destroy what? The soul. Where? In the other three religions. In Hinduism, it is not so, right? No matter what sins you commit, at the end of the day, your soul will be passing from one, what is it called? Reincarnation hota hi rahega. So there is no death to the soul according to Hinduism, at least. In the other religions, there is. Because there the God is considered to be omnipotent. Hinduism में omnipresent है, वहां पे omnipotent है, यहाँ पे omnipresent है. Omnipotent means he has all the powers. यहाँ पे he is present everywhere, in everyone. ये Hinduism है, right? So you need not go into the details of religion. I'm just saying, right? ऐसा है. You need not write it in the paper as well. Okay. References of what? Dharma in Indian philosophy. Now, dharma in India is seen from two perspectives. One, we see it as religion. The other one is moral duty. In the philosophical texts, wherever you find dharma, it is mostly speaking about what? Moral duty itself. It is not speaking about religion, actually. Right? In the Indian philosophy, wherever you find dharma, it is actually not speaking about Hinduism. It is speaking about what? Moral duty. Clear? Now, what all references do we have to dharma as moral duty in Hinduism or in Indian philosophy? Manusmriti by Manu. He has used dharma many times in Manusmriti. Have you heard of this? Dharmo rakshati rakshitah. Yes? हाँ, यही से है. Right? धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः. मीनिंग क्या है? हाँ, if you protect the dharma, dharma will protect you. It is not the religion he is talking about. What is he speaking about? Moral duty. Right? If you protect or if you follow your moral duty, the moral duties will protect you. Yes? So if you lead a good life, the good life is going to give you a good life. Basically, that's it. So it is going to guarantee a good life. Right? All the things that happen to you will be good if you lead a good life. So dharmo rakshati rakshitah. Right. Chapter 8 verse 80 in Manusmriti itself. Chapter 8 verse 80. So there is a verse which speaks about, which says this: a family in which there is dharma, just like there is grain, and in which there is prosperity, that family purifies all worlds and gives good offspring. What is the meaning? A family is like a grain. Okay. A family is like a grain. And in the family, if there is dharma, right? A family which follows the dharma ensures that there exists purity. It can spread purity across all worlds, all walks of life, basically. Right? And such a family produces the best offsprings. That is, whatever births that happen in that family will be good births. Ye kya hai? Chapter 8, verse 80. Next, chapter 12, verse 105. Sir, do we need to remember these things? I am just saying that if you add these things somewhere, right, it is more like a value addition to your answers. This speaks about a person who has abandoned all dharmas, all varieties of dharmas, who has abandoned all varieties of dharmas and surrendered to you alone, and surrendered to you alone, you capital Y, that is the God, is said to be the essence of dharma, is said to be the essence of dharma. He doesn't seek the fruits of any action. He doesn't seek the fruits of any action. Now, all varieties of dharma जो है वहां पे, that dharma is religion, right? The second dharma that is coming, what is that? That is the moral duty. So in your definition, in your verse that you have written, the first dharma he is talking about what? Religion. The second one he is talking about what? Moral duty. Now it gives a better meaning. A person who has abandoned all the what? Religions, and just what? Surrendered to him alone, him in the sense God alone, is said to be following the true dharma, that is a moral duty. And such a person does not seek fruits of any of his actions. Clear? Next. Gita. From Gita. Gita matlab Bhagavad Gita. Okay, from Bhagavad Gita. So what is Bhagavad Gita all about? Bhagavad Gita. Like, right? Basically, he is trying to protect the dharma. Which dharma is he trying to protect? Moral duty, dharma, right? That is what he is trying to protect. Now, in this also, a reference to that. Have you heard of this? Yada yada hi dharmasya. Yes. So, yada yada hi dharmasya. This particular verse, yada yada hi dharmasya, glanir bhavati bharata, abhyuthanam adharmasya, tadatmamam srijami aham. Right? So, ye jo hai, you need not write the entire thing. It's fine. You just write yada yada hi dharmasya. Okay? And the continuation, you can put the dots. Last mein srijami aham. Naito, you can better end it with sambhavami yuge yuge. End it with sambhavami yuge yuge. Yada yada hi dharmasya. Meaning, I'll give you the meaning. Don't worry. So, yada yada hi dharmasya, glanir bhavati bharata, abhyuthanam adharmasya, tadatmanam srijami aham, paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya chatukritam, and then dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So this much is there. Now you start with this, end it here, right? That is sufficient. Meaning you have to write properly. The meaning, whenever the righteousness declines, whenever righteousness declines and unrighteousness prevails, then I manifest myself. For the protection of the good, for the protection of the good, for the destruction of the evil, for the destruction of the evil or the wicked, and for the establishment of dharma, and for the establishment of dharma, I come into being in every age. I come into being in every age. Right? So which dharma is he talking about? Moral duty. Yes? Next, one more from Bhagavad Gita. Karmanye vadikaraste, karmanye vadikaraste what is this about? Nishkama karma, basically. It is basically Nishkama karma. Okay. Ma phaleshu etc. etc. Sangostva karmani. Sangostva karmani. Okay. So the meaning of this is you have a right to perform. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but never to the fruits of action. But never to the fruits of action. In the sense, you have a right to perform the duty, you don't have the right to expect the fruits. Okay. Never consider yourself the cause of the results. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results. And never be attached to not doing your duty. Never be attached to not doing your duty. Right? So, what is this speaking about? यहाँ पे कर्मा के बारे में बात कर रहा है. This Karma is what? Again, in what sense? Your moral duty, your duty. Right? So dharma and karma come so many times in your Bhagavad Gita. Right? So you can use any of them, but interpretation has to be proper. The interpretation has to be proper. So from Indian philosophy, you have Manusmriti, Gita. Next, Tulsidas. Tulsidas. From Ramcharitamanas. कभी पढ़ा है ना रामचरितमानस? In your school probably. Yes? Ramcharitamanas. There are references to dharma again. Dharma, karma. Dharma, karma. धर्म का फला. धर्म कर्म, धर्म का फला. PHAL, फला. कमा. यही समझे, यही समझे सो निर्वाण, सो निर्वाण, सो निर्वाण गया. GYA, गया. सो निर्वाण गया. Basically, he who understands dharma, karma, he who understands dharma, karma, and the fruit of dharma and the fruits of dharma attains liberation. Okay. Right?
Sir. Sir.
So it is usually considered to be greater than. Right? Ethics is greater than religion. Ethics and religion can be identical. Audible?
Yes, sir. It's audible now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Type it there. Great. So ethics and religion, they can be equivalent sometimes. When some religions say that you are supposed to feed the hungry. Religions prescribe you are supposed to help others. Majority of the religions do that. Whoever is in some distress, you are supposed to help them. Ethics also prescribes the same. Are they on the same plane now? Yes. So in certain situations, ethics and religion will be on the same plane. So in all those scenarios, ethics will be equal to religion. There is a similarity between ethics and religion. There are situations where ethics and religion are similar. They prescribe the same thing. Done. So jaise ki feeding the hungry, helping others, helping the people in distress. There are certain other things where according to the religion it is right, according to ethics it is wrong. There are certain things according to religion it is right, according to ethics it is wrong. Can you name something like that? Sati system, ट्रिपल तलाक जो था, राइट? सो ये जो बलि देना, राइट, बलिदान, yes, all these are what? According to the religion they are right, but according to ethics they are absolutely wrong. Agreed? Now can you say ethics and religion are equal? No, they're not similar. Yes. Next. There are certain other things. Religion does not speak anything about it, but we still say it is ethical. Homosexuality के against बात करता है religion, right? See, at least some religions, not all religions, but some religions do speak. See, when I say religion, do not consider to be one religion I am speaking of. All religions put together. What I am saying is, religion does not speak anything about these things. It has nothing to say about these. But we consider those acts to be ethical. Can you say something like this? जो ethical act है, but religion has not spoken about it anywhere. Anything regarding this. क्या है? हाँ, सही बात है, thanks. Okay. See, soldier protecting a nation, protecting a country. Do you find it here? Protecting a country. वो तो वहां पे नहीं है. Country as a concept is something very new, which does not find mention in religions, right? Whereas in ethics, a soldier trying to protect the country will be considered ethical. Religion has nothing to say about it. So many things religion has nothing to say about. There are many areas of human life where religion does not touch upon, but we still consider those acts to be ethical, unethical. Right? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Which has a broader ambit? Ethics has a broader ambit. Right? So In certain scenarios, religion has nothing to say, but ethics can comment on it, right? Ethics can comment on it. That is why ethics is considered to be broader. Yes. Next. Are there acts which are against the religion, which are unethical as well? Religious भी नहीं है, ethical भी नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ acts है? Are there acts like that? हाँ. What is it? Killing, right? No religion teaches what killing other people, right? It is against the religion. It is against the ethics as well. Blasphemy? Not essentially. Blasphemy just means you going against the religion. That's it. Whatever the religion is prescribing, you go against it. Right? According to that religion, it is blasphemy. According to another religion, it may be considered a good act, good deed. But for that religion, it is blasphemous. Right? Which one? That is what I am saying. It can be ethical as well. Blasphemy can be ethical. Say, for example, आपके जो Socrates जो आता है, right? When we speak about Socrates, he was killed by his own people, right? Why was he killed? Because he spoke against the God, right? He spoke against the God, and people considered it to be blasphemy. He was basically questioning. People considered it to be blasphemy. Was he wrong? Socrates was not wrong. Questioning, is it wrong? No, it is not wrong. He was trying to find answers, right? So blasphemy kya hota hai? It is something which is related to the religion. Religion has given a path. If you go away from the path or go against that path, then it is considered blasphemy. That's it. Yes, go against the religion, blasphemous laws, right? Next, can we say that is why atheists can also be ethical? Yes, atheists can also. So some thinkers think this way. इसमें there is Karl Barth, one thinker by name Karl Barth. Gandhi ji, भी यही पे आते हैं इस कैटेगरी में. Ethics is dependent on religion. What they believe, these thinkers, what they say is, without religion, ethics will not be strong enough. Without religion, ethics will not be strong enough. Why is it so? Why is it so? Why do they argue like this? In the struggle of virtues and vices, what are virtues? Good values. Vices, bad values. In the struggle of virtues and vices in your life, usually vices take the front seat. Vices win. That is, you have good things in your life, bad things in your life. Generally, people become slave to bad things. Okay, they adopt bad things very easily, bad behaviors very easily. However, if there is religion, if you follow a religion, then there is a chance that vices will not find the front seat. Justice. Right? So, in the struggle of virtues and vices, man will become a slave of vices only with the fear of God and promotion of religion. Only with the fear of God and promotion of religion, a man can stay ethical. In the struggle of virtues and vices, man will become a slave of vices. Man will become a slave of vices only with the fear of God and promotion of religion, a man can stay ethical. Right? Otherwise, he becomes unethical. So that is why this is the viewpoint of these people. ये बोलते हैं religion है तो हाँ, they will believe in God. Then they will have the fear of God. Right? And religion prescribes certain things. Ethics भी उसी में आ गए तो people will follow. Otherwise, when there is no fear of God, when they don't follow a religion, then what happens? They will become slaves of the vices very easily. Right? So it is a very strong argument they have. And it is very true as well. Right? Very much true for many people. Many people, engage in ethical acts just because of the fear of God itself. Right? Many people. So the other thinkers, the other set of people believe that ethics is exactly the opposite of religion. Ethics and religion, they are opposite of one another. इसमें leader है Karl Marx. He says religion is the opium of masses. To continue that statement, religion is the opium of masses. It is the sigh, S-I-G-H, sigh of the oppressed creature, the heart of heartless world, and the soul of soulless conditions. This is what he says about religion. Right? Further, he says one more thing. See, he just says that religion jo hai, it drives people mad. It is a way of controlling people, basically. People cannot realize their fullest potential because of religion. According to whom? According to Karl Marx. Further, religion is the impotence of human mind. Impotence of the human mind to deal with occurrences it cannot understand. To deal with the occurrences it cannot understand. What is the meaning of this? There are so many things that are happening around us. Right? There's a universe. There are so many things in the universe. There are so many things. We can't understand all these happenings. So, isiliye, this is the impotence of the mind. Human mind does not have this capacity. इसीलिए क्या किया हमने, we have religion, right? So in order to give meaning to our what inabilities, we have created a religion. So religion is the impotence of human mind to deal with occurrences it cannot understand. ये भी कार्ल मार्क्स ही बोला है, right? So what he says is that the end of religion is of utmost importance if we have to create moral order, right? If we need moral order in this world, we have to end all religions, according to Karl Marx. ठीक है? So one says ethics and religion should go hand in hand. Only then moral order exists. The other is saying नहीं separate होना है, मतलब end करना है. You have to end religion, then only moral order will or ethics will sustain. एक और group है, the third group of people. What do they say? The other set of thinkers say that ये दोनों अलग अलग बात है, छोड़ दो. Ethics is different, religion is different. So they are disparate. Ethics and religion are disparate. They are not connected to one another. You are supposed to look at this in this manner. This is according to chief, protagonist for this would be your Jawaharlal Nehru. So what does he say? Thinkers like him say. They say that ethics jo hai, this is related to this world. Ethics is this world, related to this world. Religion is related to other world, right? So it is related to what? The other world. It is otherworldly. Religion is otherworldly, whereas ethics is related to this world. So society में जीने के लिए ethics चाहिए, right? What is religion for? This is not for survival in the society. What is this for? This is for, finding the purpose or the meaning, the ultimate meaning of it. For that you need religion. This is for your sustenance or survival in this, society. ये society के लिए, ये otherworldly के लिए, right? Next. So if you are asked a question on religion and ethics, will you be able to write for 10-15 marks? Yes, the relationship, right? So if you try to explain the relationship, and when ethics and religion will be there, when ethics is there, religion is not there, when act is considered religious but it is not considered ethical, ये सब लिखने पे आराम से you'll reach 15 marks. Now religious morality and secular morality. Religious morality and secular morality. The difference. Religious morality. The basis on which religious morality works is divine commandments and doctrines. Divine commandments and doctrines. जो religious texts में होते हैं. whatever is there in the religious text, that itself is considered morality, or that itself is considered ethics. Secular morality, where does it come from? Where does secular morality come from? Or basically we are talking about ethics. Where does ethics come from? Ethics comes from reason. It comes from reason. It comes from experiences. And it comes from universal principles. That is the ground from where it comes. ये टेक्स्ट से आ रहा है, ये रीजन से आ रहा है, मतलब रैशनल थिंकिंग से. Rational thinking, experiences, and universal principles which are established on the basis of this. ठीक है. Focus of religious morality. The focus is on individual and communal obligations. The focus is on individual and communal obligations. Basically, it is about what? What are all the things you are supposed to do for the God? Right? So your duties towards the God will be mentioned here. These are obligations. Your duty towards the religious community, the rituals you are supposed to engage in, ये सब यहाँ पे आते हैं. So it is individual and communal obligations. On the other hand, वहां पे फोकस क्या है? Interpersonal conduct, and societal well-being. Right? The main focus is what? What is the main focus here? The main focus is that the interpersonal relationships in the society should be cordial, and the society should be, thriving. There should be well-being in the society. ये क्या है? Focus ये है. What is this about? Duty towards the God and duty towards the religion as a whole. यहाँ पे it is about interpersonal relationships more important. Right? That is the focus. Next. Why do you have to follow religious morality? Why is it required? The reason is divine revelation. Divine revelation. Okay. For this purpose, you are supposed to be what? You are supposed to be? You are supposed to be following religious morality. For what purpose? For divine revelation. What is the justification for this? Why should you follow ethics? What is the justification? ये justification ये है, divine revelation होगा. If you follow religious morality, divine, revelation will happen. That is why. You just follow the religion, whatever it is prescribing, follow it. Why should you follow ethics? So here, it's like a social contract. Justification, social contract से आता है. Right? Justification is about social contract. Justification is that if you stay ethical, others will be ethical with you. As in, if you behave properly with others, you can expect similar behavior from others और द राइट बिहेवियर्स फ्रॉम अदर्स। इसीलिए ये सोशल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का बेसिंग है। जस्टिफिकेशन यहां पे है। डन। नेक्स्ट, एनफोर्समेंट मैकेनिज्म क्या है? व्हाट इज द एनफोर्समेंट मैकेनिज्म? दैट इज व्हाट इफ यू डू नॉट फॉलो रिलीजियस मोरालिटी, राइट? इफ यू गो अगेंस्ट द रिलीजन, what will be the punishment you made? Enforcement mechanisms एक है, internalized conscience एक होता है। What is internalized conscience? Your conscience itself will say ये गलत है, don't do it, you are sinning। एक है, it is one mechanism that exists। Secondly, fear of divine punishment, fear of divine punishment। And thirdly, social pressure। तीनों है, internalized conscience, fear of divine punishment and social pressure। This is what is the enforcing mechanism here. On the other side, social disapproval, social disapproval, legal enforcement, legal enforcement or legal sanctions, as well as individual conscience, as well as individual conscience। ओके, ये है रिलीजियस मोरालिटी, ये है सेक्युलर मोरालिटी। रिलीजियस मोरालिटी इज what the religion prescribes, secular morality is nothing but we are talking about ethics। okay, done। next, ये है the discussion of ethics and religion। the next thing is ethics and laws। are they equivalent? Are they equivalent? Ethics and laws? No। ethics, laws। हाँ, which one? Here, justification। rather than justification, I would put socialization as what? A source। source में डाल सकते हैं, justification नहीं बोल सकते, right? justification क्या होता है? why should you do it? no, हाँ, to become sanskari, not for socialization। socialization is a process। उस process से outcome क्या होगा? you become a socialized person। basically you become a sanskari, right? understood? so socialization is a process, it's not an outcome। ठीक है? next, ethics and laws। is everything that is ethical lawful? is everything that is law in the law ethical? so constitution जो है, is it completely ethical? हाँ, ethical पक्का? yesterday I told you, never answer in what? हाँ, dichotomous answers नहीं होना चाहिए। हाँ, you should say almost ethical है। if it was completely ethical ना, we would not be doing amendments। yes or no? yes or no? why do we do the amendments? because there, are there some loopholes in the constitution even today? yes or no? हाँ, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? it is not completely ethical। not completely ethical। There will be loopholes. That is why we can't say with utmost certainty that it is completely ethical. Okay. Some of the provisions have been removed as well, right? See, Constitution is the law of the land, correct? Constitution is the law of the land. That is the topmost document. So Constitution is the law of the land. इसके नीचे क्या होता है? Below the Constitution. From this we draw the laws. Yes. From this we draw what? What is next? Constitution. Constitution से laws. Laws से rules. Based on the rules, we put regulations. इसीलिए ये लॉ ऑफ द लैंड है, ये लेजिस्लेशन है. ये दोनों जो है we call them as subordinate legislation. Getting it? This is the law of the land. This is a legislation. Below this, whatever you have, these are subordinate legislations. Right? Now, are there laws which is based on Constitution which are unethical? Do we have such laws or not? We do have such laws. They are repealed at times. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Unethical है. And where did it come from? यही से आया. Clear? Yes? Okay. Both ethics and laws aim at one thing. What is that? Both aim at stopping deviation. Stop deviation of what? Deviation of human actions. So if the state does something to stop the deviation, we call it as law. If the society does something to stop the deviation, then we call it as ethics. Done. When we look at the differences, the first thing is ethics comes from the society, law comes from the government. This is the first difference. Ethics comes from the society, law comes from the state. To follow laws, the compulsion is from outside, so external compulsion. More often than not, to follow ethics, is it internal or external? Internal compulsion. Relatively internal compulsion. कौन सा? ये. This is external compulsion for sure. So in morality and ethics, when we spoke about it, what did we say? Morality, internal compulsion है, लेकिन ethics, external compulsion है. There we were talking relative to one another. यहाँ पे भी relative ही बात कर रहा है. Yes? Next. You mean to say the difference? Yes, absolutely. ये जो है universal है. What about that? State specific.
Permitted for some people, and it is ethical according to them, but it's not ethical according to
the universal. Yes. So that is why I said वो understanding बहुत important है. Whether I am mentioning societal ethics here, I am not mentioning societal ethics. The moment I say ethics, I am talking about what? Universal morality. Right? I am not talking about societal morality. If I take societal morality, then most of the things will be what? जैसे कि जो भी लॉ में है उस सोसाइटी के अकॉर्डिंग सही है, तो ethics and law becomes equal. That is why we are taking ethics to be what? Universal morality. We are comparing universal morality with the laws. Right? If we change this to societal morality, then laws and ethics become equal. दिक्कत ही नहीं होगा. That is why we are supposed to compare what? Universal morality. Okay, compare universal morality with the laws. Okay, next. Law is silent in many areas. Many areas, law remains silent. As in, it does not have answers to new areas actually. If there is a new area, right, there is no law for it. जैसे कि in India, right, for your cyber activity, laws are not there properly. You don't have the laws for the internet of things. You don't have the laws properly, right? वहां पे silent है law. But when it comes to ethics, does it have answers for these things or not? So ethics touches upon certain values. जैसे कि privacy एक value है, right? Should you respect privacy, others' privacy or not? That is what ethics says. You should respect others' privacy. Now, in that sense, ethics has answers to all the questions, whereas laws do not have answers to all questions. In many new areas, laws will remain silent, but ethics will not remain silent. So, ethics has answers even to newer areas where laws remain silent. Because ethics are based on what? Principles. Next. If you don't follow the law, what is the punishment? Fine. Fine hoga. Punishment hoga. Punishment in the form of incarceration. Jail mein dalenge. What about this? Social isolation. Right? Social isolation. Right. Law is same for all the people. Agreed? All the people who live in a society, it's the same. Law is applicable equally to every individual. What about ethics? What about ethics? Is it applicable equally to everyone? Or does it change from situation to situation, person to person, the condition of the person? Yes, ethics varies based on the person, based on the situation. Laws although vary, but not to the extent ethics varies, na? Right? Har baat pe, you have to be very careful. We are talking in relative terms only. Compared to laws, how is ethics? Compared to ethics, how is law? Do not bring in other aspects. तो गलत हो जाएगा. Understood? Next. The changes that happen in the laws is just because of the changes done by the legislature. If the legislature decides, law में change हो जाता है. Agreed? If just the parliament, decides, the members of the parliament decide, law change हो जाएगा. Do ethics change like that? Do ethics change like that? No. Society में change आना है. When the society as a whole changes, then only there will be change in ethics. नया government आया तो law change हो जाता है. Do ethics change like that? No. Clear? Actions. Actions can be legal and moral at the same time. Can you give an example? Lawful action and a moral action or a ethical action. Both lawful and ethical. कोई एक action बताओ. Abiding the rules, right? So going by any law, right? Following any rules. And remember, any rule nahi bolna hai. Abhi kya bolna hai? You have to be very, very particular. Stopping at the signal when there is a red light. Now, it is ethical act. Yes. Is it legal act? Yes. You have to be very, very particular. Agar aap following all the rules bol diya to, some of the rules are unethical, remember? Yes or no? Clear? You can't say following all the rules is being legal as well as ethical. वो गलत हो जाएगा. Right? So you have to be very particular when you give an example. Next. Something which is legal but not ethical. ऐसा एक बताइए. Legal but not ethical. Tax avoidance is legal, but it is not ethical. Anything else you can give as an example? उस एरिया में मत घुसना. हम बोल रहे हैं मत घुसिए उधर, मत घुसो उधर. I'm telling you, don't go there. I'll tell you why it is so. See. Now you can argue in this manner. Reservation के अंदर. So people claiming the reservation despite not being the right beneficiary. He is not the competent person, or he is not the person who is supposed to get the benefits, but he is claiming the benefits. Then that would be not ethical but legal. So undeserved candidate getting the reservation just because the law prescribes so. Then what is it? Unethical but legal hai, right? Okay, ये हुआ legal but not ethical. ऐसे बहुत सारे laws थे which have been repealed now. Which laws? वो repeal नहीं हुआ है. repeal हुआ है, move किया है. So तो वो repeal है. Sedition law. Sedition law. It is there. तो कौन सा लॉ है फिर जो रिपील हुआ है? Section 377. Yes. Section 377. Homosexuality का. Okay. 66A. IT Acts. TADA. Okay. All these acts. So ये terrorist activities के लिए. Okay. Preventive detention was sort of compulsory without any sort of due procedure, right? इसमें था तो ए रिपील हुआ है, सेक्शन 377 रिपील हुआ है, 66A has been ruled unconstitutional, right? 66A of Information Technology Act, right? All these क्या है? Not ethical but legal थे. Now they have been repealed. They were legal, they were considered legal. अभी नहीं है. So you can give this as an example. Next, something which is illegal but ethical. हाँ, emergency में you jump a signal, right? You jump a signal. It is unlawful, but to save the life, you did it. So ethical हो गया वो. Clear? So jumping a signal. Stealing from a medical shop. Stealing क्या बोला उसने? Robin Hood. हाँ, Robin Hood है यहाँ पे. You can put him there, right? So you can put him in this category. In this category. Espionage. Yes, espionage जो है, what is it? Illegal according to that country. Which country? हाँ, the affected country. But it is ethical according to our country. Clear? Done. इतना है. What is espionage, by the way? हाँ, spying. Next. Morality. Morality. Over time. Over time. So, which morality am I speaking about? Societal morality over time becomes ethics. Basically, universal morality बनता है when different societies agree to it, right? This ethics itself generally gets codified into law. Generally, this is how the process is. As a society, you decided, and these are the good things that should happen in my society. These are the good activities you consider. Other societies also say that what these guys are doing is good. We will also do the same thing, right? So respecting elders, you considered it to be good. Other society also accepted it. Now, when most of the societies are accepting it, it becomes what? Ethics. उसके बाद आपको लगेगा, चलो ठीक है, इसके लिए एक कोड रहना चाहिए. वो कोड क्या है? वही लॉ बनता है, right? So we derive some laws from where? From ethics as well, from morality as well. ठीक है. Next. Sometimes laws come into picture in order to dismiss the societal morality. Is it possible? Society कुछ सोचे हैं कि यही सही है. Laws come into picture and they say that, laws say that ये सही नहीं है. Is it possible? Can you give an example? Abolition of sati system, widow remarriage act, है ना? Widow remarriage was considered to be something which is against the society, or it is considered to be, widow remarriage सही नहीं है according to the society. वो societal morality था. A law came in which said that okay, widow remarriage is absolutely fine. Yes or no? ये हुआ how laws and morality or ethics interact with one another. अब देखेंगे crime or sin. What is the difference? Crime, sin, mistake or error. Crimes in mistake, error.
Right now, can we say an example as marital rape because we ethically think it is wrong, but the law states
Absolutely. Marital rape. Law is silent of sort, right? Law is silent of sort. So, इसका मतलब marital rape lawful है? Is it lawful? It does not say anything. It is not lawful as such. It does not say anything. On the other hand, what does ethics say? It is absolutely wrong. So ethics speaks, right? Okay. Crime jo hai, when you go against the law, we call it a crime. Right? When is it called a sin? When you go against the religion. When is it a mistake then? When is it a mistake? Whenever there is no intention. Whenever there is no intention, then we call it as an error or a mistake. Okay. Freedom of will, FOW, is present here. Freedom of will is present here as well. Here, no freedom of will is present. What is freedom of will? We have a long discussion to do about it. Okay. What is freedom of will? We'll have a long discussion. बहुत लंबा discussion है. Done. Next, that is the end of your law and religion. Next, we have ethics is not equal to cultural norms. Any value that is there, any value is abstract and it is ideal. Abstract and ideal. Ideal matlab kya hai? This is the way you have to be, right? This is the way. This is the best thing that should be there in a person. Ideal wo hai, right? An ideal individual is that person, who is, supposed to be the role model for others. Abstract kya hai? What is abstract? You can't touch, you can't, see it. So values are like that. For example, respect le lijiye. Respecting elders. It's abstract. Show where is respect? दिखा सकते हो आप? हाथ में पकड़ के ऐसा, सर ये respect है, उस shop में मिल जाएगा. नहीं? You can't do that. Is it a good thing? It is something which you have to live up to. Yes, it's an ideal. Now, values jo hai, we are talking about which topic? Cultural norms. Remember, right? I will touch upon cultural norms because I have to, bring it from the value section. How do you show respect to elders? Like what? Touching their feet. The name, with the name, you use a suffix, right? You use a suffix to the name. And is it same across the world? The way respect is shown, is it same across the world? No. It is different in different places. इसका मतलब ये हुआ, this abstract value is expressed in different ways, right? Now we gave a concrete form to an abstract value through our actions. Agreed? What are these actions like? Respect is the value we are considering. Actions kaisa hoga? One, touching the feet, right? Using a suffix to their name, some sort of suffix. Spitting on their face. I mean, वो भी एक है, हम बोले थे कल. So ये सब क्या है? Actions, concrete form है. Abstract value के लिए concrete form है, right? So the concrete manifestation of the value is your norm. वही norm है. These actions are called the norms. That's it. Okay. Clear? Now, आज का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आज का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? हम ये प्रैक्टिस करते करते हैं वो भूल गए हैं. What we have practiced this so much, automatically आ जाते हैं, लेकिन हमको we don't know the value behind it. Yes, so it has happened in many cases probably. जैसे कि you say sir to me, back of your mind you might be thinking something else. Yes or no? हम डायरेक्ट बोल रहे हैं. Yes or no? ये क्या है? ये प्रैक्टिस नॉर्म है, वैल्यू नहीं है, राइट? नेक्स्ट, सेम वैल्यू will have different norms across societies. Fine. How is a norm formed? Norm, how is it formed? Formation of a norm. Step by step. Individual innovation. It starts here. Individual innovation. So one fine day, a person woke up and said like, Dad, I will touch your feet today. बस एक बंदे ने स्टार्ट किया, I'll touch your feet today. So one day he did, second day again he did, third day, बस ऐसे ही, I feel like touching your feet just because I respect you. बस एक बंदे ने स्टार्ट किया. So he did it for 5-10 days. 10th day, the neighbor saw. Neighbor, started observing. ये तो रोज कर रहा है, हम भी करेंगे. Right? Now the entire neighborhood is doing it. ठीक है? Now multiple times when a person does it, it becomes a habit. Individual का habit बन गया. When this individual habit is observed by others, it sort of builds a consensus that this is to be done. इसे बोलते हैं collective habit. ये हुआ collective habit. once it becomes a collective habit, now all these dads in that neighborhood or the society, they have an expectation. The moment the element of expectation comes in, now that becomes a norm. The moment there is expectation that the individual members of a society is supposed to behave like this, or they have to follow that collective habit, it becomes a norm. When this expectation reaches a newer height, that is, a karna hi hai, right? You're not supposed to miss it. Karna hi hai. More expectation, higher level of expectation, and if there is acceptance across the society, koi bhi against nahi hai, against this norm, nobody is there. Now we call it, after the norm, now we call it as a custom. Custom is what? Having more expectation and more acceptance in the society. Now, once it becomes a custom, इसके बाद भी है step. इसके बाद का step क्या है? If you don't follow, झगड़ा होगा. If you don't follow, झगड़ा होगा. There is going to be a fight. May instigate fights. You're not touching the feet. क्या कर रहे हो? What kind of a person are you? हाँ, झगड़ा. Why should I touch? सब कर रहे हैं, हम नहीं करेंगे. झगड़ा होने का chance है. Now, when it elevates to this level where it can instigate fights, now we call it as a more. Cultural mores बोलते हैं ना. Now we call it as a more. Custom से more बन गया वो. So high pressure to follow, very high pressure to follow. If not followed, fights will be there. इसके बाद क्या होगा? These mores will now have procedures. Once it becomes a more, now it will be a procedure. Procedure क्या है? हाँ, you have to touch the feet. When should you touch the feet? Where should you touch the feet? At what time you should touch the feet? ये सब rules आएगा कि नहीं? While leaving the house, don't touch the feet. In the name of touching the feet, you may trip the person over. ठीक है? So at that time you are not supposed to do it. So basically rules and regulations आ जाएगा. Now it would be called an institution. Now it is called a institution. If this institution is codified, institution में क्या है? Some rules will be there, है ना? Proper procedures will be there. Now, when this institution becomes widespread, so widespread, and everybody has accepted, okay, ये करना ही है. Now, it can be codified into a law. Now, this can be codified into a law. So, law is nothing but a codification of institution. Take the example of marriage. When is it considered a marriage, by the way? According to the Hindu Marriage Act. According to the Hindu Marriage Act, when is it considered a marriage has happened? वो registration बाद में आता है, right? When is it considered according to the Hindu Marriage Act? Saptapadi, right? Garland, no use. Mangal Sutra, no use. Saptapadi is considered as what? Marriage. Now, किसने बोला ये? कहां से आया? यहां से आया. Just look at this. यही से आया है. Now it is in the law. Clear? Understood? Yes. इतना है. Now cultural norms जो है, can you equate it to ethics? No. Some can be equated, some cannot be. Most of the cultural norms, right? Most of the cultural norms may not be ethical, right? Fine. इतना हुआ हमारा डिस्कशन. कहाँ पे एंड हुआ? Ethics and many other things cannot be equivalent. जैसे कि religion, laws and cultural norms. So far we have done only two things. What have we done? One, we have defined ethics. Then we saw the difference between ethics and morality. उसके बाद what did we see? What is not ethics? इतना ही किए हैं कल से. And now we'll enter the topic ethics and human interface. Ethics and human interface. What is this? Time out. You need a break? 5 minutes. You take 5 minutes. Ethics and human interface. Ethics and human interface. Ethics operates in our life. Ethics operates in our life through various human interfaces. Okay. Ethics cannot exist just like that. Ethics is something which comes between people and something else. As an individual, you are there. और वहां पे कुछ होना चाहिए, then only ethics can exist. What is that interface? What is that interface we are talking about? This interface is all the institutions created by humans. जैसे कि family is an interface. Society is an interface. Government is an interface. Right? Institution, educational institution, medical institution, all these are what? These are all interfaces. Okay. Without these interfaces, these are all created by humans. That is why human interfaces bolte hain. Without these interfaces, no use of ethics only. Right? Us trying to understand this relationship. Us trying to understand the relationship between what? The individual and the human interfaces and the operation of ethics in between. Us trying to understand the relationship here is what is known as the essence of ethics. So there's an individual, there are institutions. Who created these institutions? Humans. These are called what? These institutions are called the human interfaces. Right? And ethics exists in between. Okay? Without these human interfaces, ethics has no meaning. What relationship exists between these? Trying to understand it is what? The essence of ethics. I'm just trying to give you the meaning of what is there in the syllabus. Syllabus mein ethics and human interface. And it also speaks of essence of ethics. What is the essence of ethics? This is the meaning of it. Okay. Ethics is about the choices we make or choices we fail to make. When we speak about essence of ethics, ethics is about the choices that we make or we fail to make. We are also aware that the choices we make have consequences. We are also aware that the choices we make have consequences. We are aware of the responsibility. We are aware of the responsibility that we have for every action we take. Okay. The choices which individuals make over time may become rigid. May become rigid. And these rigid choices manifest as beliefs and values. These rigid choices may, rather than manifest, may transform into beliefs and values. The rigid choices may transform into beliefs and values. See, we keep on making choices. We know the consequences of the choices. We know that we are responsible for the actions we are taking. And once we engage in actions over a period of time, these become rigid. Our habit jaisa ban jata hai. Once it becomes like this, we believe in it. Belief ho jata hai. And over a period of time, this belief becomes a value. Okay, done. Ethics in human action. Next topic is ethics in human action. ये सब essence of ethics के नीचे ही पढ़ेंगे, right? Because we are talking about what is essence of ethics, trying to understand the relationship. इसका मतलब everything falls under it. So ethics in human actions. For this to be understood, first we have to see what actions are. We have to start from actions, right? As in, there are some actions committed by, engaged by people for which you can't apply ethics. Jaise ki, a mad person hits a dog with a stone. Is he ethical or unethical? Mad person hits a dog with a stone. Is he ethical? His act is ethical or unethical? Ethical. You can't say anything about this, right? Now, sir, then for what kind of actions can we apply ethics? We can't apply ethics to every action. For that reason, we have to see what are the different kinds of actions that are there. So we'll start ethics in human actions. We'll learn these things. 3 parts. Actions and conduct is the first topic. Our aim today is to cover this topic only. Tomorrow's class, a very important topic, FOW, freedom of will. Freedom of will. In detail, we'll learn. And finally, ethics in individual action. Ethics in individual action. We'll start here. Any stimulus has a response, requires a response. So whenever there is stimulus, there will be a response. What if there is only response, there is no stimulus? Say for example, bahar ek stimulus hai, you are responding to it in terms of action. You act because there is a stimulus. If you act without any stimulus, then what are you? Agreed? An action without stimulus would be considered crazy behavior. Hai ki nahi? Now, this stimulus may not be outside only. The stimulus can be inside as well. Yes? So, always stimulus is required for our action or response. Else, the person's actions will be considered as being crazy, or mindless. Range of responses can be accepted. For the same stimulus, different responses are acceptable. One stimulus can create n number of responses. Different kind of actions will be there. You see a Taj Mahal, your response is different, the other person's response is different. Hai ki nahi? So for the same stimulus, there will be a range of responses, range of actions. Whenever the responses are abnormal, then also we say it is mindlessness. Right? Whenever the responses are abnormal, then also we say link is lost. Link kahan pe lost ho gaya? Stimulus or response mein action. Now, let's take a stimulus. You are going on the road. Somebody started hurling abuses at you. Bas aap ja rahe hai. Somebody stopped you. Stop there. What's your name? Naam pucha. Apne naam bataya. Started scolding. Okay. Abhi a stimulus hai. Now, reaction kaisa hoga? Aapka reaction. Reaction can have, n number of varieties of reaction you can give. But I can classify all those reactions into 3 components. The reaction can be in 3 components. So, action towards a stimulus that's incoming can be in 3 broad categories. One is in the form of behavior. Apne tappad mara, so behavior hai. 2, it can be in the form of cognition. You just think he must be a crazy person. That's a reaction, remember, right? You thinking Stimulus aaya, you are thinking. It means it is a reaction. You can show an emotion there. Express an emotion. Express an emotion how? You may make a face and leave. That's it. Agreed. So anything, sometimes it is a combination of all three. Right? Sometimes it is a combination of all three. Sometimes it is only one. किसी ने, hurled an abuse, थप्पड़ मारा, you did not think about it, you left. It can just be that. Right? So it comes in three ways. Reactions can be internal. इसमें internal कौन सा है? Cognition is internal. Emotion is both internal and external. Expression external है. Emotion is felt inside. What about behavior? It is mostly external. Don't you think that always any behavior or any action, this itself is your action, any action is preceded by thought and emotion, or thought or emotion? Agreed or not? Yes. If you engage in a behavior, इसका मतलब ये हुआ, for sure behind this, either of the two or both are present. Do you ever behave without thinking? Do you ever behave without thinking? Except for what actions? Reflex actions. कभी होता ही नहीं है. In order to speak also, see, speaking is a behavior. For speaking also, I have to think. Sometimes the thoughts come late, तो late हो जाता है. But you have to think before speaking. So if the link is lost, हम कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं क्लास में. Yes or no? So what is this? Actions come in various forms, and all those forms can be put under what? Three broad heads. Done. Now, action. We have to talk about the action. I'll take an example. There's a person who went to a police station and gave a complaint. Okay. Complaint is, sir, that guy is, looking in a bad way at me. A girl complaint. A complaint. Can the police arrest the individual? टीज तो नहीं किया है. कंप्लेंट क्या है? सुना आपने कंप्लेंट? It's not teasing. Right? बस इतना ही बोला. Now the policeman was about to write the complaint. Oh, stop कर दिया. Why did he stop? Why did he not take the complaint? Just this. Whenever you want to punish someone, इसके लिए intention से काम नहीं चलेगा. Intention plus action, then you can punish. Punishment possible. No intention, only action, then punishment possible or not? A lower level of punishment. Lower level of punishment. जैसे कि accidents में, accidents जो होते हैं, right? Lower level of punishment is that. अभी hit and run का चल रहा है ना? When there is intention only, but no action, अब बोलो, punishment देना है नहीं देना है? Intention only. Intention only. but no action. Punishment देना है कि नहीं है? Now, according to this, if you are saying yes sir, punishment होना चाहिए. If you say yes, इसका मतलब police complaint लिखना था. Police को complaint लिखना था ना? He did not take the complaint. Why did he not take the complaint? This is case by case basis. This is dependent on the kind of intention, right? Intention yahan pe, say for example, a thief, okay, a thief robbed, he robbed a house. Punishment milega? Pakka milega. A thief has an intention to rob a house. Can you punish him? बस इंटेंशन है. 2-3 लोगों को ऐसे बिठा के, hey, we'll do one thing, बगल में SBI है, we'll rob it. For which you need concrete evidence. Evidence to prove the intention must be there. Only then punishment can be given. है कि नहीं? Evidence to prove the intention. There should be evidence. Only then there can be punishment. ऐसा है. ये जो thief मैंने बोला, this robber should have the map of the house with him, or he must have gone there and made a duplicate key. वो मिलना चाहिए. Then only you can make an arrest. नहीं तो नहीं. बस ऐसे ही फ्रेंड्स के साथ बोला है, फालतू में बोला है, अरेस्ट कर दिया आपने. ये गलत है. Right? On the other hand, thief cannot argue like this also. हो गया, घर में घुस गए, बस he is standing. You went to arrest. He will go by what logic? He'll say, sir, मेरा intention तो था, action नहीं किया ना, no punishment. That also is not possible. वहां पे concrete evidence मिल गया intention के लिए, right? In the girl's case, इसका क्या करें? ये बताओ. There is no proof. There is no proof. If you can provide the proof, if you produce the proof, then yes, action can be taken. Clear? So only intention suffices if it has the concrete proof. If it can bear the burden of proof, then yes. Otherwise, no. Okay. Next. Actions. Who all can engage in actions? Can plants engage in action? Okay, can animals engage in action? Yes, okay. Actions. Who all can engage in actions? Plants? Yes, no. Some plants, yes. Animals? Yes. Objects? On their own? No. They can't do it on their own. And then you have humans. Okay. Ethics can be applied only to whose actions? Only human actions. All of them engage in actions, right? But ethics is applicable only to human actions. This is the first thing. Dog came and bit a stranger. You can't say dog is unethical. कभी बोले हो? Hey, what kind of a dog it is? Unethical dog. कभी बोले? नहीं ना? If you are saying that, you are unethical. Then human is unethical. Human is unethical, na? ठीक है? Okay. It is only human actions we consider. Robot आपने, you invented a robot, right? अभी artificial intelligence है. This robot can speak. This robot can do so many things. Robot ने ऐसे ही machine learning से, it has learned all the tricks, tips, tricks. जाके चोरी कर दिया. Right? It robbed a house. You are a robot. Now, is the robot ethical or you are? Is the robot unethical or you are unethical? Who is unethical? Robot learned by itself. Who programmed it? You, as a person who invented it, should have put it in the program that you are not supposed to do such things. Right? You learn, but you have to put a stricture there. कि ऐसे काम नहीं करना है. You learn it, but don't do it. ये किसका काम था? नहीं किया आपने. So that is why it is what human actions we have to consider, not other actions. First thing. The first three which we saw there, plants, animals, and what the objects, their actions are called amoral actions. All their actions are considered amoral actions. An act can be moral, immoral, or amoral. Remember this? Ethical, unethical, ethical, unethical, non-ethical, non-ethical. जैसे कि constitutional, unconstitutional, non-constitutional. Just like that. Non-ethical actions. So all those three, plants, animals, objects, their actions are amoral. Now, are all human actions considered to be ethical, unethical? Can you put them into ethical, unethical? All actions? Okay. I am brushing my teeth. Ethical, unethical? Ethical, unethical? Moral, immoral? I am brushing my teeth. Moral, immoral? I say, I am drinking water. I am holding this pen. Is it an action or not? Holding the pen. Ethical, unethical? क्या इंटेंशन हो सकता है इसमें? क्या इंटेंशन है? Now, some of the actions, some of the human actions are also amoral or non-ethical. So इसीलिए थोड़ा सा और इन डेप्थ में देखना पड़ेगा इस टॉपिक को. When we say human actions, there are two kinds of humans. What are the two kinds of humans? Humans who live in the society, live away from the society, outside the mainstream society. दो तरीके. Outside the society मतलब who are in an isolated place, alone they might be living. Like you are Mowgli, just like a Mowgli, right? जंगल में जो Mowgli होता है ऐसा. क्या हुआ? What happened?